In this video, I will show you how to create links that lead to content on your page without scrolling. Those could be, for example, menu anchors, like on this page where I have a home page here, and if you scroll down, you will see that I have a section with the team members. Now, I have this section in the menu called the team, and if I click on team, you can see that it leads to this section, but without scrolling, the scrolling effect. We will see how to do this using HTML, custom HTML widget in WordPress using Elementor. I have a basic Elementor page here where I've put some content like the headline, some body copy, and image. So you see that I have three sections here, and on the top I have the first headline, second headline, and third headline links. Actually, for now they're just texts. So let's see, the first thing that we need to do is to create HTML anchors or HTML empty divs above each of these headlines. So when I click on the first headline, I want it to go to the first headline section, second headline to just jump to the second headline, and the third headline to the third headline section. So find here HTML widget. I'm using a custom HTML widget, and now I will place it above the first headline. In the content section, I will write div. I will give it an ID and call it, let's say, first. And then I will close my div. I will do the same thing for the second and third section. So actually I can just duplicate this, put it above my second headline and just rename it to give it an ID of second. And then I can do the same thing for the third section. So I will again place this empty div basically above my third section and give it the ID called third. And now I have three empty divs, three basically custom HTML sections above the first, second, and third headline. What we need to do now is that if I have, for example, these three links, and those could be also menu links or menu items. They don't have to be, they can be any kind of link. And if I select my first headline here, insert link, and now I will put hashtag first. Now this will basically create the link, and click on to apply. This will basically link this text to this HTML that we just put above my first headline. And I will do the same for the second headline. So I will select the text, go to insert link, and put hashtag second. Click on apply, and the same thing for the third. Now let's click on update and see what this does. If I click on second headline, you can see that it leads me to the second section, but it just jumps. So we basically disabled the scrolling effect. So it just goes automatically to the second headline. If I click on third, it does the same thing. So we don't have the scrolling effect, which is great. Now, another thing that I would like to show you is what happens if I want, for example, if I click on second headline and I want this, let's say, anchor or this HTML, or I want basically the beginning of my second headline to start just a bit lower so that it is not so close to the top edge of my screen and my page. How we will achieve this is that if I go to this HTML that I placed and click on advanced, I will give it a class, let's say anchor, and click on update. And actually I will do this thing for all the HTMLs that I've placed here. So I will just give them, I will select the HTML that I put there and say that the class is anchor. Click on update. And now if I go to my custom CSS, and I'm using a custom CSS and JavaScript plugin, the link for it you can find in the description. And here I will put dot anchor, and I will define this class. So basically what I want to define here, I will put display block, position would be relative. And now the main thing is to set the top property to something like, let's say, minus 100 pixels. This will actually shift that anchor 100 pixels down. So basically we will create some kind of a, let's say, padding or some kind of, let's say, margin regarding to the top of the screen. And I will put visibility to hidden. Let's click on update. And now if I refresh my page, I will hit Ctrl Shift and F5. Sorry, Ctrl Shift R. And now if I click on second headline, let's see what happens. You can see that it shifted basically this anchor approximately those 100 pixels that we defined in our CSS. You can of course play with this value. You could set it to lower or higher, and it will create this distance between the top of the screen. So that's it. I hope you like this video. If you have, feel free to like, comment or subscribe.